Good afternoon. This is Crazy Novel. Yes, I'm so sorry for the long break and for not being online for quite some time. It's actually due to a lot of things best known to me. And we are here again to talk about some thriving issues that we feel might affect me and you. That can affect our children, that can affect anyone around us. In fact, that can affect anybody. And if you ask me what this could be, and then I said, there's this one thing that kind of brings down our moral. It's an in thing, and it's something that actually deals with interaction with people, like social interaction. If you don't have that privilege to have social interaction with people, you might witness what I'm about to talk about. And what is it I want to talk about? It is emotional intelligence in children. Yeah, this is a very important topic that most authors or most people don't talk about. Yes, we've had several authors that have actually done check and balance on this topic and found out that a lot of children don't have this closeness with their parents when it comes to, having some form of interaction, like close interaction with their with their parents or their guidance. This calls for a great concern, and we really need to look into it. And it's something that really affects most children all around the world, especially in the developing countries. Yet it also happens in in advanced countries, that's the developed countries, but majorly in the underdeveloped countries and the developing countries. Now, emotional intelligence can brighten young children's future. Yeah, I got this from an article online, and I read about it and found out that this actually plays a major role in family life. Yeah, emotional intelligence is a kind of, before I give you the definition, it is this, from the word emotional intelligence. You kind of, opt out your child's emotions. You kind of build their emotions and let them feel wanted. Let them, I don't mean wanted in the other sense, let them feel loved, especially by their parents. Do you understand? So when we are talking about this emotional intelligence, we first of all ask that what is emotional intelligence? But if you are to define this emotional intelligence, we need to go, straight into the topic. And here it says that emotional intelligence refers to the capacity of a person to manage and control his or her emotions, and possess the ability to control the emotions of others as well. It simply means if you're able to control yourself, I told you the topic is emotional intelligence in children. If you're able to control yourself, definitely you'll be able to control the emotions of other people around you. If you're able to control yourself, once again, you should be able to control, if you're able to control your emotions, you should be able to control the emotions of others as well. In other words, they can influence the emotions of other people also. Do you understand? So if, for instance, child A is able to control her emotion in class. Once child A is able to control her emotion in the classroom, she's also able to control her emotions around people and the emotions of people around her. Do you understand this logic? We still go in depth, but this is just an introduction. Emotional intelligence in children. Like I said before, emotional intelligence refers to the capacity or the capability of a person to manage and control his or her emotions. To control your emotions means to control other people's emotions, not to control their life or other things, but their emotions. If you understand how someone behaves, you will understand how to deal with such person. If you understand how someone interacts with you, if you know that, okay, this kind of person is someone who is harsh, is someone who, anytime I talk to, just flares up and, turns everything into chaos. You already understand such person. You are able to control your emotions, and that means you are able to control such person's emotion. So we are still going to other parts as we go on with this topic, but just to buttress this introduction. And then I can see from an article that says that emotional intelligence is a very important skill in leadership, and it is said to have 5 main elements, such as the self-awareness, the self-regulation, the motivation, the empathy, and the social skills. Let me break this down. The 5 P's, or the 5 key elements that was mentioned, when it comes to emotional intelligence, because it is mentioned that it is a key element in leadership. And these elements also involves the awareness, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Let's start from self-awareness. Okay, before we go on to that, emotional intelligence in children. Who are the children we are talking about? Because we study emotional intelligence in adults, in children, in toddlers. So because we are talking about different age group now, but now we are focusing on the children because that's the grassroots level. Because at the level where you start breeding up your child in the positive manner, at the level where you start having this kind of closeness of a parent-daughter or parent-son closeness, you try as much as possible to build up the emotional intelligence of your child. And you know what this means? You are building the awareness of such child, you are building the self-regulation of such child, you are building the motivation of the child, you are building the empathy, and you are also building the social skills. And then you are able to predict the ability of such child even in the future. This is exactly what we lack in most society. Most parents are not close to their children. For example, you might find Nike. Sorry, I'm using that name. I don't know if your child is very Nike, or I don't know if you're Nike yourself. Nike comes to mommy and says, "Mommy, please, there's something I really want to talk about. I want to talk to you." And because you've been busy, you just came back from work, you're tired, and you'll be like, "Oh, no, we can't talk now. Please, let's talk tomorrow morning." You don't even know what she wants to talk about. This might be something crucial, something that has been, that's been like a burden to her, and she wants to pour it out to you. You're not giving such child attention. You're not building the emotional intelligence of such child. You're not building the awareness. You're not building the self-regulation, the motivation, the empathy, and then the social skills. All you're doing is deregulating all these things, which can cause serious hazard in the future. Parents need to be very close to their children, and this calls for a great concern. Well, I don't want to spend more than 10 minutes for this section, and so we can continue on the next section and spend another 10 minutes. So it will be in sections, so I wouldn't take your time. So I'll just say emotional intelligence tallies majorly between the father, the mother, the children. This is where it starts from, before their own ability is being built, and then they become great children in the society in the future. And this is where education also comes in. So in our next section, I'm going to be talking about other elements that makes up. I'm going to be explaining all this, and I'm going to be talking about the whole segments as a whole, and then we'll go in depth to talk about it. So thank you so much for listening to me, and may the Lord give us the power, the strength to keep up with our children, to always listen to them, to make sure we are close to them. We should always listen to our children whenever they try to call us and talk to us. Doing so, you are building their emotional intelligence. You don't know, but you are doing that. Okay? So I will enjoin the parents out there, the adults around us, to try as much as possible to build up the intelligence emotionally. Build the emotional intelligence of the children. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be looking forward to liking this video, subscribe, and please make sure you keep in touch so you can keep up with other sections. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a blessed day ahead. Love you.